Hey, Spencer here from leadingworshipwell.com. This is the place where we talk about how to lead yourself well, lead your church well, and lead worship well. In this video, another quick tip for you this week, something you can implement this week right now. Don't watch like a bunch of other of these videos and think that you have to implement all of them at the same time. I just want you to do this week to improve your worship leading, and that is to worship through your set list for this Sunday. Simple as that. How many songs do you do on Sunday? 4, 5, maybe 6 at the most? Maybe do more at your church, I don't know. But that'll take you roughly 30 minutes to worship through your set list. That's probably how much time you have in your church for the worship set. Maybe you have more than that, I don't know. However long it is, it's not super long. And what I've found over my years of leading worship is that I've cheated my gift. I think Carey Nieuwhof talks about that. I've cheated my gift over and over and over again. I believe that God has gifted me and called me and equipped me to be a worship leader. And so that's a blessing. But I also use that as an excuse sometimes when I'm preparing for worship. Because as you know, as a worship leader, there's a million other ways to spend your time as a worship leader. You've got slides to create. You've got volunteers to schedule. You've got a stage to set up. You've got a million things that you could do as a worship leader. And so what we do oftentimes is we cheat our gifting because we say, I'm gifted at leading worship and music. Therefore, I can just wing it on Sunday. I can just show up and I know that I can confidently play through these songs. And maybe you've even played through these songs, like maybe all of the songs on your set list this week are familiar songs that you've done over and over and over again. You could play them backwards with your eyes closed. Things change from week to week, because we aren't just leading songs in a vacuum. We aren't just up on stage and just playing a song like we're a CD or an MP3, I guess these days, or streaming them off of Spotify. No, we are leading into the context of our church, and the context of our church changes every single week. And so that's why it's important to notice the challenge. The challenge wasn't to simply play through your songs and make sure you know them musically. The challenge is to worship through your songs, because we want to worship God through the songs that we've chosen, the words of the songs that we've chosen. We want to worship God through those songs in the specific season of life that we're in right now. For ourselves, number one, there's a spiritual benefit to ourselves where we actually get to focus on personal worship for a moment, but also so that we can worship God through those songs with a corporate understanding in mind. What's going on in the life of my church, and how do these songs that I'm about to play, that I'm not playing in a vacuum, but I'm leading, I should say, leading the people of my church in these songs, not just singing songs like they're singing along to the radio, but worshiping God. There's something specific going on in the lives of the people of my church right now, and I am leading these songs into those circumstances. Good circumstances, bad circumstances, somewhere in the middle. I'm leading into those circumstances, and that's why we need to worship through our set list. So I want to challenge you. I know there's a million things that you could be doing this week as a worship leader. Don't cheat your gifting. And I'm telling myself this here because I've done this over and over again. Don't cheat your gifting, Spencer. Don't cheat your gifting. God has gifted you. Develop your gift. Develop your skills so that you can improve your worship leading. Do it by worshiping through your set list. Also, if you want to improve your worship leading, that's one way you can do it. But I also want you to check out down in the description below the link to the free PDF I put together, or it's not a PDF, it's an audio training, a 30-ish minute audio training called 5 Tips to Instantly Improve Your Worship Leading. In that audio training, I'll teach you 5 tips to instantly improve your worship leading. These are things that are pretty easy to do, but if you implement them, they will improve your worship leading. So check that out down in the description below. Level up your worship leading for this Sunday. Other than that, thanks so much for joining me. Until I see you in the next video, keep leading worship well.